Copy to clipboard.
Yeah, I told Clay we were deciding on products to test out.
Very nice. I like testing.
Yeah, but I think those finger things would be a good idea for them. For the trim daddy. Yeah, if they could have 5 or 6 of those. And with instead of the glove or something, I think it would work.
Yeah. Oh, that was it.
But yeah, I tried them for 5 or 6 minutes earlier today, and it was pretty good. And I could probably pull 3 or 4 buds out of the cooler there, and
Nice.
there's 2 or 3 anyway.
Yeah.
I'll work it with
What is going on, everybody?
Here we are.
Friday night chat.
Evening, everyone.
Cool Breeze, what is up?
Very good.
First on the
road. Good evening, Rhonda. And Double M Despo too. Awesome.
Double Despo. Your plants are looking good, man. I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last video I had, got some nice little.
Yeah, and those ones from our friend and Ron, his were pretty awesome looking for us.
Oh, and our buddy Ron from Guam.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
He got to taste some of the Agent Orange today.
No fooling. Awesome.
He messaged me. Yep, he got to taste some of the Agent Orange.
Great.
And even though it hermied, which I'm still blown away and shocked as to how all of them hermied.
Yeah.
He lives in
something had to have been done right.
He lives in Guam, and there's some kind of stress that's causing.
I don't know what it is, man. That's just awesome. But I'm glad you got to try some.
Yes, he did.
That's great.
Yeah, he said, had my first taste of your Agent Orange strain today.
Oh, shit, Clay. That was a good one for you. Look at that.
Ron DeLong, what is going on? Warren Dixon, salute to you, my friend. Thanks for joining, Glenn.
That's right. Hicks,
Brady Hicks, fast. What is up,
Glenn? Good evening, Glenn.
And so we're going to trim up one of these. We left one of these face hugger plants. We're gonna trim it up some. We're
Clean it out
a little bit. It's been getting kind of sick. So let's actually see. I'm gonna put this right here for now. Bring this baby right over here. Yeah. It's not bad. Not bad, huh, guys?
Yeah, these are awesome.
Frankie McKinney, what's happening, fellas? It's Red Game Foul. What is up, Red Game Foul? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. You know what? We're just kind of doing all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Today, we have a little surprise for everybody coming up. You all know that. A couple surprises in the video.
Cool. Yeah, lighter. I don't know if I have mine.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah, the one black one that was over there died. So
well, let me bring some more over there.
Daniel Robinson, hello from Detroit, Motor City.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Home of Motown.
Home of Motown. We got a couple people that's supposed to hop on tonight, and one of them needed help. He's a new grower, and he wanted help. He wants to do things our way.
Okay.
So he wants to germinate some seeds. He has some seeds from us coming.
Okay.
And he wants to germinate them and plant them in starter pots and everything.
Okay.
And he had issues starting his plants. He germinated them. Can't remember exactly how, but he germinated them and then he planted them. They grew really, really tall, really fast. So I don't know if he had his light
too far away.
too high, too far away,
Did he use a
and
dome?
they just stretched. I don't think he used a dome.
Sometimes those are
and then he said they just kind of fell over and died and wilted away and died.
It sounds to me like they had a light too far away or an alternate life source. I mean, you had a light here, but when this one was off, there was another light from pulling from somewhere else, possibly. Not knowing whether it's indoors or outdoors.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's keeping the plants short, because when they generally people that have domes that go over the trays, those domes, they work pretty good because they make the plants stretch like that. So
yeah,
the trick is just trying to, when they start to crack, you put them in the ground, and then when they sprout, just move the light down with, if it's an indoor thing, 18, 20 inches above the plants, and just keep them there, because I'll keep them short. If they're reaching for something, that's what they were doing, is reaching for some light somewhere. So
let's see.
I saw some that were kind of long and spindly in these like fiber clay pots or something, square ones.
Yeah.
And they look kind of like they were reaching for light somewhere.
Rooms in Agent Orange.
Still don't have any of the Jaeger come up yet. Of course, I don't
Not
expect any till about the 20. Well, that should be right now, 28th, 29th. So right here in the next day or two.
Glenn got 3 of my 5 gnome candy seeds are up.
Awesome.
Nice. One still has her helmet on.
Very good. Seed cover.
Oh yeah.
Very
All of let's see. What seeds? Oh, all of I got some other ones out there. There's a rag right there.
Mm-hmm.
All of the seeds other seeds that I started, unknown seeds. All of those came up and they all had helmets. It's like warriors. Like warriors.
Yeah.
But we don't want dude warriors. We want girl
Lady
warriors. Lady warriors. Josh Gallagher, what is up? Been gone a minute. How y'all been? How's the gnome candy grow going? It is growing. Good. It's still just the beginning, just the start.
That's right. They're only up there. They're not, well, crow's feet are about coming out now here in the next few days. So that's all the farther along I am with those over at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the next one's the Platinum Dosi and the Acapulco Gold. They're like a week behind, but there's a difference in the plants, about that much. So.
Yeah.
But they'll be okay when we go to do things. So.
Okay. So let's see. Daniel Robinson got some Death Star and flower. Nice. Cool. Very nice.
Yeah, a friend over in Medford that had one, and she thought that was just awesome stuff.
Kyle Hines, good evening, everyone. And good evening to you, my friend. Thanks for joining. Remember, guys, swing on over, hit that thumbs up for us. Let us know you're here. Let us know you like the video.
This near is a kind of a, I don't know, it seems to be a little slower than the rest of the plants. So, what we're going to do is leave the water leaves below here.
Take these 2 limbs off here.
The 2 nodes, that's right. So what you're doing is taking the energy from those and they'll come up here. Remember, your pot plants always grow from the tips and of the buds. So taking it off down here will make all the rest of the energy go to the rest of the bud up here.
And there's lots of space in between just these 2 little tiny buds right here. And they're spaced out like that, and those will never, that space right there will never it won't fill in within the grow time. So we take those off, it redirects all the energy up here to the colon.
That's right. You leave the water leaves because those are your vitamins and minerals, for your flowers when they do, your terpenes and things like that. So, leaving them on. And then when you get to where we're flowering, then we'll kind of do a flip-flop a little bit and adjust them. Yeah, go ahead.
As I say, we'll trim everything on this side so they can see. Sounds like Wonder Woman. all the soldiers, right?
Now this one here's that trippy one.
Sam Squash 68, what is up? Cheers, my friend. See. Like this one right here. Let's see if you guys can see this.
This has got so many.
Maybe not.
Got like 5 limbs on it.
Oh, this is
that weird one.
This is that weird one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
So,
That's why I left it. That's why I left it.
Yeah, but still, we'll take these off.
Taking off all 5.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, no
But-
kidding. Because all they're going to do is suck energy. You want the rest of them to go up, so that's what we're doing.
And there's this one.
Yep. Let's see, and let's see. I'd take those 2.
Take these 3 right here.
Yeah. Yeah, or you can leave this one for the time being. Yeah, maybe take it, next week or so, in a few days. There you go.
Well, if I'm just gonna take it, why wait?
Well, it's just short like this one,
I
not
mean,
as short, but
It's even
still.
it's even smaller. It's even smaller than this one right
Yeah.
here.
Alrighty.
I'm just gonna take it.
Yep.
Okay.
And this one here, that's kind of,
Wow. Look at this, guys.
yeah, and just look at the
Check
lid
this out.
still on it.
See, hold still. Check out. Come on. Check out all
Button there.
Look at that button right there on top. Look at all these freaking leaves coming out the same spot. That's wild. That's crazy.
Mutations do that.
Just because, yeah, this was a mutation plant. It had 5
branches around them.
branches around each set.
Yeah. This one here's got 3 or 4 right in here. I think 3 around this set.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still got 5.
So, yeah.
Still got 5.
Still, the theory's the same. We'll shorten it up and it'll swell up better later.
Right?
So, yeah.
Oh,
Right here. Oh, hiding it underneath that bud there.
Josh Gellner, what's going on, buddy? I got my LA Confidential Harvest. I was on Walmart, walmart.com for my jewelry loops because old ones was garbage. And the LA Confidential went to Couch Lock. Gets you high as hell, but gives you a weed hangover.
Oh.
No. Nice.
Aftermath.
I remember smoking so much weed, wake up the next morning and you're still high and you go to work and you just say, yeah.
I find out doing that, you do it more when you eat the stuff,
Oh, yeah,
I've
totally.
been stoned 3 days after eating, a couple
More of a-
brownies, man.
More of a body high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first time I really noticed that was over in Europe. I was there and I happened to get this, chunk of hash and it was like a 1-inch square. And me and a friend of mine were out skateboarding and it was a place we shouldn't have been. And we got caught. And well, this guy was in there calling the cops. I split this chunk of hash. I told Harold, I says, here, you're eating this one. Yeah. So I ate half and he ate half. Yeah. And we got so stoned. I mean, that way was just baggy-eyed for 3 days.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I took a crap, and then I was fine, but I was stoned till I took a shit. I couldn't believe that. That was so funny. Off this brown sugar hash they had over there. It was really awesome stuff. It corroded your teeth.
Is that just because I let it go too long? No, because the longer you let your smoke go, it slowly starts to
Deteriorate?
no, like with the couch lock and everything.
Oh, okay.
Because like you want to try to take your plants when the trichomes are ambered, and after that,
The high changes.
yeah, after that period, the high kind of it changes in your smoke.
Well, a lot of it changes the way the euphoria that you get. So, and that's just a maturity thing. So.
Yeah.
But not all plants change. You really don't see a lot of change into the amber like the gnome candy is hard to do that with. So and so just trying to be aware of the age of it and watch it daily for weight, and THC and going with the half and half dry hair thing, brown hair thing.
Yeah.
Plants like that, it works pretty good on it. Yeah.
Zachary Chavez, what's up? Thanks for joining, my friend. What do you feed them? Well, we feed them 3 different types of fertilizer.
Yeah, for the regular watering and stuff, what we use in the water, we use Jack's Professional blend fertilizers. We use the 20-20-20 for the vegetative, the grow cycle. When you first turn the lights down, you switch from 20-20-20 to the Blossom Booster, which is their 10-30-20, and just go ahead and water every day with it whenever you water. And at the end of the cycle, the end of flowering, for like a couple weeks or something like that, or 3 weeks, if and need be, we switched to a 550-18, and it's a variegated violet fertilizer, but the 550-18 works really good as a finisher, for swelling up, because they really like that high phosphorus.
Yeah.
But that's what we use. And other than the lime, the bone meal, the bat guano, and worm castings and stuff, we just throw in, once a week or so during the flower.
And the dolomite lime, it's a powder form.
Yeah,
and it's not granulated, not a time released. I specifically had to ask for it at the grow shop.
Yeah. And I really would rather use the dolomite, because it just gets down in like the powders do, like the worm castings and the guanos and stuff that we use. So
let's see, what week in flower is she? Let's see, what is today?
You've had these on, what, 3 weeks or something now?
Today the 29th.
Yeah.
So these are 7 days. The plants are 24 days old and 7 days at 12 hours. Let's see.
You've been a little better than a week then.
Planted. Cut time back, yeah.
That's on the 22nd.
We cut the time back and topped last week on the 22nd. So they are, they're 7 days. 7 days in the flower.
Coming up quick. So
seems like longer.
Yeah, it does.
Seems like they've been in flower for like a month.
Well, not that far. But no, it's when we cut back. It was last week.
Yeah, last Friday. That's when we did that. Seems like longer, but maybe, I guess not. I don't know. Time's just flying.
Yeah.
Frankie McKinney, I need to know about that branch, about the branches, I guess. That's why the buds weren't hardened up. So, yeah, that's
just the catch, is trimming your limbs up off the branches where you want the buds to be. You clean those branches all the way out and leave what grows on the end.
Okay, guys. So here is a good prime example. So we've been leaving these nugs right here, because these are going to be pretty nice buds.
Yeah.
But normally we would take these.
Well, maybe.
Like if we would have kept trimming it up, I bet you this would have been a lot cleaner.
Yeah. One of the reasons, when the plant starts to grow and your buds are sucking the energy up, shortening the plant here from the bottom doesn't really hurt the plant, because it always grows from the top. But all this energy that took to make these buds could be used here. So that's why we do that. There's a couple things why we left this, is because of this space. See this space where these are closer? This space is kind of a gauge as to where you want to slow down and question, how high up you're coming with your buds. So that's the only reason. We may have to take those here in a week or so. We don't know.
Yeah.
We may have to just be able to leave them on there.
Man, look at this lemon meringue. It's one of the lemon meringues. Look at that.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So even if you're doing indoors or outdoors, if you're trimming out and cleaning, all the energy from your roots are going to come up here, even on your outdoor plants. So just letting them, we found out that having the colapart and 7, anywhere from 7 to 9 nodes down below. We got 6 here, but on the outdoor, you can have 7 to 9 buds. That produces a really good firm flower.
Yeah.
So
Tom
was
Ross,
swelled
what
up
is
nice and
going
hard.
on?
But that's also another weight watching thing on the farmer to do while he's before harvest.
Yeah.
So,
Christopher Robert, what is up?
good evening,
Hope
everyone.
you're doing well. We are doing very well. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's the reason we shorten them up from the inside like that, is to drive all the energy out, to the ends of where we want the buds. So that concentrates it there.
Frankie, what's the temp in your flower room?
Right now, mine's about 60 degrees, 62.
Yeah.
And it's not too hot, but it's warm enough for things to do.
Mine is 72 right now.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
But I got a heater blowing. It's underneath the deck, and so with the filter on it and stuff like that, it keeps the deck about 68 degrees. So the air that comes from underneath the deck makes the rest of the room about 60 to 62 degrees. And I am running the system at night right now from like 5 o'clock at night till 6 or 5 in the morning, that sort of thing. Oh no, till about 11, I guess, on 18 hours. So, but that's the coldest part of the day, and it's also when there's less electricity being used, for just regular living too. So it draws better that way too. So yeah.
Josh Gallagher, before I forget, I seen videos on re-vegging plants. Have you guys ever? We have re-vegged plants before. And if so, how long?
Oh, you mean to turn them around from after they harvest?
How long does it take for them to come back?
If you're doing it indoors, it'll take about 3 weeks. If you're doing it outdoors, you got to wait till springtime. But I'll show you.
Yeah, you got to wait. If you're outside, you got to wait for the outside world.
Yeah, for Mother Nature. That's right.
Mother Nature.
So listen, I got a picture here. I was in the greenhouse, and I got a picture of a plant that Pockets found last fall. And
that's
he
right.
was calling us our friendly volunteer. So,
and it was from all the gnome candy plants that we had in here.
We threw dirt out in the garden
for our pollination grow. It got too hot in here during the summer, so we had to take them, move them out to Father's. It was way cooler in his room. Yeah. And
well, the plant last fall was only about this tall,
right?
And it was a little, but it's female anyway. If we could do it, this is it. I cleaned it and supported it, but it's still there, and it's about 6 inches tall. So I'm just going to let it be. And that's one that's done it. It was just like that all year. Just got to keep the leaves on it. Okay, keeping the leaves on it and stuff like that will help it draw the sun and that sort of thing.
That thing is
protecting it. If it's freezing or something, covering it, keeping it protected.
It's like it's maybe about like 5-6 inches.
Yeah, it's not very tall.
That's cool.
I got the camera right down on the ground to take those pictures, but I did clean it up. So, yeah. So.
Kyle Hines, I have one tent that I wasn't able to. Oh, I have one tent that I wasn't able to train the plants. Just grow untrained and not top. If I need to harvest the main cola first, give the lowered buds longer partial. Is that a good way to grow? You can do that.
Yeah.
Make sure you get some grafting tar.
Absolutely.
Or if you don't have anything, other things that you can use aloe. You can use aloe vera or honey. Honey is a good natural. You just want to seal the top where you cut that.
Almost immediately when you cut it, put something on it, because the gases and stuff in that tube are natural to the plant. So if you don't, it'll when it does scab over, you'll notice that the end of your stem kind of goes like this and wings in where it starts to wilt over the weeks, following. So putting something to protect it on there keeps the plant growing right up to where it's cut, to the next set of branches right there below it, for it to send the energy to. So yeah.
See, Glenn, the one I have is Canada.
Okay.
And you can take pictures and videos with it. What's that? Tent, Glenn. Okay. Oh, for the jeweler's loops. That's right. Okay.
Thanks for explaining. Should do way better this time. Always did it outside.
Yep.
Oh, like topping your plants and stuff.
Yeah, anytime you top a plant, be sure you got something there to band-aid it with. You know, grafting tar works great.
Branches, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Very good.
And Frankie, we do have some of our look back on our channel, some of our outside grows from last summer. We do have a lot of cleanup videos on our plants that you can check out, and that'll give you a better idea as well.
Maybe even 2 years back or something. But yeah, well, we've got all kinds of videos out there for that sort of thing. So
Josh Gallner, that's badass. I was so hoping I could re-veg the La Confidentials. It's a favorite with my friends. They're loving it.
Turn the light back up. Is it you're doing it indoors? I think, or I hope.
Yeah, it sounds like you're doing it indoors. So yeah, just
turn the light back up.
And 18 hours and
just keep giving it, whatever fertilizers you use for pretty much daily. You're not really going to need to give it such high phosphorus and stuff. That's generally for flowering. So go back to something mellow like 20-20-20 or something real close to that. Just a light feeding.
Since it was in flower and you're going back into veg, you're going to want to start fertilizing like you were in veg. So just kind of revert back into
and trying to keep as many leaves on as possible, I think really helps draw for the plant. So, it is going to go through a time when it doesn't you don't think it's doing anything because it just kind of does seem dormant, but it does have to turn around. So
look at this bud.
Yeah, it's gotten little nuggets on it, bumps and stuff. Is cool. Are those little seed pods swelling up because of the CO2?
There we go.
Yeah, little clusters there. Awesome.
Yeah, these are just this plant right here with these 4 colas. These are kind of different than these other 2 lemon meringues.
We're not sure why.
These other 2 lemon meringues are basically the same. They look the same and everything. But this one just looks a little different. But nice.
You're doing good. THC starting to creep out. So.
One good sun. What is going on?
Yeah. Do promote. Encourage people to put in some CO2 in their rooms if they can.
If you're able to do it.
It is. It's well worth it.
Yeah. It really does pay off.
Yeah.
And it's only 40, like here, I don't know elsewhere, but here it's only $45 to exchange our
50 pound bottle.
50 pound tank. But if you don't have a tank, I suggest looking online, finding one for a fairly cheap price because they're spendy.
Yeah. The CO2 is kind of spendy, but it is well worth it. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could live off of pure oxygen, we'd do better too,
Right.
Yeah. But the plants and stuff, they really do like the CO2. It is a big ass help, especially right at the very end when they're coming up to being mature. Well, you saw how on the Acapulco Gold, how the little seed pod was swelling up and you could see it like growing out from inside of it, and it was making layers like petals on a flower. And
so
that's what it does. It keeps it pushing.
Take the water leaves off the bud sites on this one.
Okay, now we're going to take the water leaves out of the buds here so that all the flowers can get maximum light. So this is one of them little flip-flops I was talking about. So.
Where we're kind of fooling you. We're just saying leave the water leaves.
Leaving the water leaves.
Take the water leaves.
Yeah. No, we'll leave the water leaves below the bud. as much as possible. We also need to leave at least four branches or leaves on the top.
The very, very top.
That's right. 4, maybe 6 leaves, because that will help them draw.
So at the top, we're going to take 1, 2. We're going to keep 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to probably keep that right there at the top.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we're going to take all of these.
Put more short.
We're going to take all these water leaves all the way down to the bottom of the cola. And then we're going to stop. And then this water leaf over
Hey, you're on TV. Cool.
Hey, cool.
Yeah.
So, and then this one, water leaf on the bottom, is underneath the bud. So I'm going to leave that one.
These will also help as a gauge to when your plants are becoming mature. Like outdoors, the leaves start to get yellow or something down below, and then they go up as the nutrients will be absorbed by the flowers. So that's one of the reasons we leave them down there. So.
Wow, you just now get that notification?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, guys. Here's a good prime example of how YouTube is so fucking slow. We are a half an hour into our live stream, and we just now get one notification of our video. Maybe we can watch this later. We're going to take that one and take that one. We'll leave that.
Yeah, just good enough.
Let's see.
And sometimes, you know, when you're really trying to, you got a crowded deck or something, and you got leaves that are still shading other parts of one of the other buds, you know, you can take 1 or 2 fingers off a leaf and leave the rest of the leaf too. That works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the professor used to talk about that all the time, you know. Yeah, that's what happens, you know, to talk about it.
That's what happens.
Yeah. But he was all about giving the bud as much light as possible.
Chris Van Hoodyank, what's going on? Cheers, my friend. The shorter I keep them, is that the best way?
Yeah.
And top till 8 flowers on them. Oh, so you
The nodes, yeah. The cola, and then maybe anywhere from 6 to 9 nuggets below that is a good average.
So
But you just got to kind of figure out where it is.
So he's talking about topping, and then more branches sprout out, and
Yeah.
then top those, and then those will pop
Yeah,
out.
that's right. You can do that.
Yeah.
I've seen that, yeah.
Okay, these are on the bottom of the bud. So I'm just gonna take these, take the next set. Okay, and we'll stop there. Leave 2, 4, and the little ones.
6 ones coming out.
There you go.
Yeah, leaving that really does help the plant draw, because your plants all draw from the end of the branches. The
And
buds
that's
don't
that
grow
one.
from the bottom. So
There we go. Got it all nice and cleaned up.
yeah, that'll all do.
Those are gonna be some nice spears.
Yeah, they will. That'd be nice.
Yes. I'm excited for that one.
You're doing it outdoors or something like that, yeah. I'm going to try Mary Jane's picket fence this year, and I'm going to tie the whole thing down, I think. I mean, not just a little bit. I'm thinking about a pattern, you know, like for the Christmas, the pine tree air freshener you get in your car, for that sort of a pattern.
That
And
shape.
tip it over and then have everything run out, and then branches come up, and then same thing with
One
next
good-
branches. So
One
we'll
good
see how it goes.
son.
So.
Hop on, my friend. Let's chat. Show us your.
I've seen as many as like 200 buds off of a Mary Jane's picket fence that we did like that. I mean, it was a big one, but
Yeah.
all the spears were like about this long, about 18 to 24 inches or so, but they're about that big around. So
Yeah, mainlining the old
Yeah.
school way. And you know what? We did the mainlining with the Acapulco Gold run in here, and that turned out really good.
Yeah, it did.
I would absolutely do that again. That was fun.
yeah, having one strain in your room does kind of put everything all on the same timeline.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Having several different strains in
Cuttings
your
with
room
those
or
in
something is kind of frustrating sometimes, because they don't always do the, you know, change or something at the same time. They've got their own timings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like you can take Take a note or two off a couple
Got
branches off.
Glenn got some purple punch today.
Very
That is
good.
turning out to be nice. Very nice. Can do the same thing. We're gonna take these water leaves.
Got the lighter?
Did I put it back in my pocket? I did.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Okay. Those.
Good. Yeah, if you can, keep your plant about this tall for you in a room where everything's pretty much symmetrical, and that's real good. Getting real tall ones kind of that like these back here, they're nice, but they're just too tall.
Yeah, those really shot up.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Eagle Garden is. Oh, he's on show tonight too. Okay, it's that time of day.
Eagle Garden. That's a good guy with a great show. He's got lots of good people on there. You guys ever get a chance, swing on over
Check it
to
out.
Eagle Gardens.
Like I said, we should
Fucking talk
tie three of them
with
together.
Eagle Gardens.
Yeah, I messed up on getting it on the show last night. I know I did. Push the wrong button. Doing that website or whatever off your text. I think that was why I was doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got frustrated last night. Very good. How do these look?
Yeah, I could actually
Those
I
two.
could probably take those two.
That would be okay.
Yeah,
This one here.
those are pretty close together. So
This
that's
one's
nice.
just one left there, huh? And this one's okay.
But like,
Yeah, just take-
let's see like these two limbs right here. There's a lot of space.
Yeah, a lot of energy.
There's a lot of stem space in between those, and they're really long. So if we take those off, it'll push everything from these two buds
Yeah.
on up.
Yeah.
Let's see, one good son. Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
I lost all 8 of my seedlings. They got real tall and died. Do I need to get special soil?
What kind of light are you using?
What kind of light? What kind of soil? If you're using new soil for seedlings, absolutely new soil.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're doing indoors, don't reuse old soil.
Yeah.
But they're really stretching. So it seems to me it's a light thing, and the light was probably way too far away or something from the way they sound. That's what happens most often. Like I said, them stretching like that also happens if you use a plastic dome over your tray. I mean, you're protecting your plant doing that, but the dome does something to what light they get, and they really reach for it, so it kind of blocks it. So they're really reaching for the light, and that's what makes them get so long. So when the plant comes up or something, I'd put it down within 14 or maybe 16 inches above your tray, and that's about what I got mine. 600 watts up above our tray is about maybe 20 inches. So, and that'll keep them shorter.
Yeah.
So it just sounds to me like that. It's a light thing that's making them stretch like that.
Oh, yeah. Or sprinkle some, like I told you in the email. Yes, if you can get your hands on some Azos or some Super Thrive, either one of those will help you out.
So will the Mycos during the rest of the cycle too.
They're great rooting
Enhancer.
enhancer.
Yeah, they got the nice hormones and mycorrhizins and
Helps
things like
helps
that. Yeah.
promote all the new root growth.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we fully use those a lot, and I only found out about them here. I don't know 5 years ago or so myself. So I was so stuck on keeping my recipe, my formula the way I did, but come to find out, technology is advancing some, so there's more fertilizers out there. So
yeah,
that's why we added the Azos and the Mycos. It's organic; it works well. Some solutions, when you clone, you put your clones in the dirt, and you can water. You can mix this stuff into water and just water your whole tray with it, and that works out really well for cloning. Yeah.
One good son. First timer here, but you know what? That's okay. That's what we're here for. You know,
Yeah.
we're looking for, all the first timers. We're here to help you. So that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
You need help? Give a shout out.
Who is it having trouble with the long shoots, long plant dying off? What kind of light? Yeah. Oh, Frankie, what kind of light are you using?
No.
Oh, one good son.
One good son.
Yeah. What kind of light source do you have? Is it a regular light bulb, a fluorescent light, a LED or something, or?
Yeah.
A good way to try to gauge your light is by lumens. That they talk about lumens. That's the amount of measurement of light. Each plant to do this sort of thing needs a minimum of 100 lumens up per plant per day. So when we've got the 3,000 watts in this room here, so each plant is getting 300 lumens or better. I'm just guessing at it, but that's pretty close.
So far, the new Spider Farmer SF7000
it was doing good.
is doing great.
Yeah.
It's a really nice light. When it's turned up, I noticed that it's a foldable light, so there's hinges right in the middle, and you can fold it up to close it and package it up. But it's on a steel plate for a heat sink. I noticed that the steel plate actually heats up quite a bit during
when it's on.
If it's
So removing that.
Well, this you can mount on the back of the light, but I didn't want to do that. No. I mounted it. I went ahead and mounted it off.
And that gets rid of a lot of heat.
And so, I went ahead right here, mounted it right there. It's got my adjustments. David Priller, what up? What's going on? Is Bud directly under the LED better quality bud and indirect growth?
No, actually, it does. Even with what is reflected, that's why you turn your plant. You turn them at least once a day. That will help with what's reflected and what's direct light.
And and with the middle section here that we built a mylar shield basically to cover this whole middle area, and it's angled like this. It's kind of like a roof, and the sun comes down and bounces back off onto the plants.
You can go like this, and the bottom of your hand is lit up.
Yeah, the bottom of your hand just lights up. I mean, there is so much light reflection off of this; it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's one trick, is trying to keep the reflection as short as possible. So. Yeah.
Double decibel, yes. I missed the picket fence.
You know why we called it Mary Jane's picket fence? Because the old lady in the wheelchair, that was her name. She was an old hippie, Mary Jane. Yeah.
Mary Jane.
Yeah, she liked to be able to do her own gardening and stuff, and she doing it this way, she could do it from her wheelchair out on the deck out back. Yeah. God dang, that was 35 years ago. Oh, and I talked with Pockets today.
Yeah.
He got his eyeballs done. Yeah, he got the cataracts bit all fixed up and stuff. Awesome.
There's my cardboard in there.
He goes, I didn't really realize how blind I was. Because he says he was amazed at what he can see now. So yeah. It's crazy. It sounded a lot better.
One good son, do some research on growing weed. Knowledge and practice and makes you grow. But some people just like to kind of do their things their own way.
That's right. He's doing research.
They like to get their own research certain places, So
yeah. Is that a
Mommy Mountain Indica? What is going on, my friend? I will throw that out there for you, my friend. We are out in the road. You're out in the road.
Cool.
Why is there like a lightning show going on or something?
Oh yeah, you can job too.
Oh no. No. Hi. And oh yeah, I still need water.
You gonna fertilize them too, or are you gonna wait a day or so?
Oh, with the
Yeah, with the bone meal and stuff.
bone meal and stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, probably could.
It's been a while, yeah. Looks like it could use some. You can do it before you do that. That way you can water them in real good.
We got some bone meal. That's 20.
What's that?
We got some
Bag one.
bad guano. Nope. Super sweet. I got too many buckets. This is the dolomite line.
In these small containers, you're only gonna need maybe 1 tablespoon of each one of the ingredients to put in the pot.
And some worm casting.
Yeah. Then you can be a handful or 2 of that. Okay. So just get that and get a propagating fork, get your little 3 or 4 pronged fork, and so you can break the soil up.
Oh, yeah. Worm castings.
There we go.
On the road. Driving on the road.
Oh, driving.
I got
Hope the weather's fair for you.
Frankie, you got 2 7,000 lumen lights and 1 almost 16,000 lumen LEDs.
Holy moly.
Well, you got some lumens there, brother.
Maybe your lights are too bright.
Too bright.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're getting sunburned.
So
That
yeah,
wouldn't still
we got
have
our
That wouldn't
bone,
make them stretch like that, I don't think.
we got our bone meal. We got our high phosphorus baguano.
Yep.
Okay. And we have our powdered
Dolomite lime.
Remember, guys, I specifically had to ask for this. It wasn't even out on the floor.
Yeah. Most often you use this at the end of the year. You
No.
throw it on the ground in your beds and stuff, and it still breaks down like regular lime. It's just this isn't time released like sweet lime is. So
And then we got our worm castings.
worm castings are always really good because you can't burn your plant with it. Even if you just grew a plant in that stuff right there, it wouldn't burn.
Yep. So I'm just gonna take a handful and kind of put it around.
You got your fork over there?
It's right over
Oh,
there.
okay. Oh, for whenever you get done, I guess.
I was gonna say, I'm still doing, dude. Here, I'll let you take that.
Ready? Don't you stand back here and try to me. I have to look at it this way, don't I? Grandpa's doing the camera work.
All right. Do the dolomite line. Low branch over there.
Yeah, you could shorten that one up a little bit if you're gonna. Yeah, we can. Looks like snow, doesn't it, around the Christmas tree?
It feels like
Jingle bell, jingle bell.
flour.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Actually, it does. It feels like flour.
This is the high phosphorus fat
High
guano.
phosphorus back guano.
Very good.
All right.
Yeah, it just doesn't take a whole lot. So. Yeah, I think having another fan on the deck, just blowing around this way, I think would be a good idea. Underneath.
And
How long is it taking sometimes for your plants to dry out?
It actually takes 2 days.
Well, that's a good average.
Like after
That's not
I
bad.
water tonight,
Uh-huh.
I could not water tomorrow, and then the next day they will be dry.
Yeah, well, that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's
Well, I mean,
that's actually
cutting
fairly
cuttings and new starts like I'm doing now on my deck, I'm only watering them about every 3 days.
okay. And our bone meal.
Bone meal, that's right. Very good.
Got a bone meal. Glenn, man, can you imagine the root balls on a plant growing in a pot of worm castings?
Yeah, it grows beneath. I wonder if
Hey,
it come
maybe
out.
we should test that theory. Maybe we should just grow a plant in a bag, like in a bag of worm castings.
You pop it open, cut it up, pop it in. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It really doesn't take very long doing this stuff either, really. A little bit time consuming, but
Yeah, and I don't have to. There's no need to really measure. I can kind of gauge
yeah.
just by a handful.
But using a tablespoon at a time, you do get a more accurate feeding. And that's the one thing about measurement stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's no trouble with doing what you're doing, but they're going to take it in as much as they're going to use it anyway. So.
Let's see. Good son. Oh well, I'll email you guys. All right, brother.
Very good. Trying something new in the garden. Yes, we are.
Trying something new. Some new streams.
Yep.
That one's heavy.
Yeah, no good. That's heavy. I just carried that 50-pound bag into my garden yesterday. Man, yeah, I feel puffing by the time I get back out to the door. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, just break the surface up so it doesn't get hard packed, and it'll help the roots absorb because when you grow them in pots, the roots go out as far as they can. Then they'll around the outside. That's where they'll just get matted, and between what's here, and that root ball mat around the outside and the stalk inside where the actual root ball is, it's kind of airy. So it's mostly just dirt. So yeah, forking it up like that lets the water get down inside so that the roots are not just getting water from around the outside. And if you're doing indoor stuff, if you can, turn your plants every day. You used to have things out on that you could buy, traveling things with your light so that the light moved over your deck and stuff. And it's supposed to save doing that. That was 25 years ago. Yeah. But yeah, I think it'd be a good idea if you have another fan here just to move air down at this level, not just from above it. So. Looking good though. Imagine there being a mole in there or something like that, and you stick him like that.
No animal was harmed in the making.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't let people get you down, one good son. That's right.
That's right.
I dropped Father's I dropped father's tagline.
Oh, I gotta turn this on up here, don't I?
Slug on a couch.
Okay.
Yeah, just leave that straight.
Oh, straight.
There you go. Here she comes.
Anything to water back there in them cups?
Do it a little bit in that one. Okay. Slug on a couch. How's it going, guys? Get to be on your live stream for once fast. Yeah, you want to be on it, my friend? Just hit the chat link in the chat there and hop on. Anybody can join. Christian Smith, where's the airflow?
We haven't turned off because we're in
Yeah.
here right now.
So during our live streams, I turn off the fans because they're kind of
Loud.
loud when you have two fans. I got one fan up here, and it points down at an angle towards this side of the deck, and I have another second fan right here, and it points at an angle, and it goes to this side of the deck, and it creates kind of like a circular airflow motion. And up here at the top, I have a big 8-inch exhaust fan to pull air out. Yes, fans are a must.
Absolutely.
If you are inside, absolutely. Even outside, like in a greenhouse,
Oh, if you could outside, yeah.
fans, yes.
Yeah.
Device. Rick, devices not connected. You need to connect your mic cam, Rick, before I can add you to the stream. Slug on the couch, shout out from Billy Blank. What's up, guys? What's going on? Propagation station. Yo, fast. What is going on? Hell yeah. Drink up, babies.
Absorb. Yeah.
Give them girls a good drink. I didn't water them yesterday,
Oh no, that'll absorb quite a bit now.
just because I knew we were going to be adding fertilizers and stuff.
I can turn back on.
There we go.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And we try to do the dry amendments, the baguanas and stuff about every 7 to 10 days, just like you saw, a tablespoon of each, or just a light grab in the palm of your hand. Yeah, fork it all in. But you should be using the 10-30-20 right now.
Yep, I am.
That you can use that anytime you water. So.
And then the last 2 weeks of flour?
2 weeks or
2 or
3 if
3.
you have to use the 550-18.
I'm probably going to go with the last 3 weeks of flour.
Yeah.
We're going to switch to
550-18 is the
550-18.
violet fertilizer. It really does like the high phosphorus at the end of the cycle. So yeah, even like the last couple of days, if you're using the 550-18, you could add just a little bit of like 10-30-20 with it. No, it really does a mix and match thing. It works pretty good on that for your buds. So. But we like that. Let's see. It was a fertilizer called Beastie, and it was a Beastie Bloom. Yeah, and that stuff worked really good. Kind of like, but it was really high in pH or phosphorus also. So yeah, we like that. That was a good one. Just like a quarter of a teaspoon or something like that to the 5-gallon bucket. That was pretty hefty. It's pretty strong. So, but it was a good finisher. Yeah. And then give yourself a few days to wash everything out. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just trying out new things from your local head shop.
Excellent.
Nice. I do like to do that. My wife and I, we love to do that every now and then. We just get like $100 or so and just
Go get some samples.
cruise on down to the the cannabis dispensaries here and get some new stuff and try it out. And yeah, hell yeah.
That's how I found that Bruce banner. That was nice stuff. I really like that.
Yeah.
But I haven't been able to find any around here in a year or so. That's awesome.
Patty Rasta, plants look great. Thank you very much. It doesn't feel so naked in here now, you know, with all the greenery and the.
He says it echoes in here when he takes the plants out.
There's nothing. There's nothing in here.
I think it makes his voice sound funny because of the CO2.
Yeah, I like to hang out in here when the CO2's on. It runs for about 15.
Yeah, about 15
15
minutes.
to 18 minutes, I think.
Clear the room and all that, and then kick on. Yeah. If you do have CO2 in your system and you find you may find your plants leaned over, you know, kind of droopy. It may not be because they're getting old and droopy. It's kind of like they're drunk. I mean, messing with the level of the CO2 in your room. Yeah. You can really push the CO2, but when you see your plant just like within half an hour, they'll be bent over and hanging and they're just drunk. You turn the CO2 back about half a turn from that, and then pretty quick, about 10 minutes, he seems going.
There we go.
Yeah.
New shirt logo.
Yeah.
on the sleeves or right under.
Would that be have to do the sergeant stripes or something like that?
Right.
Yeah.
Showing off the new toys. Nice. Oh, that's right. You guys got a new bong, I think. That's right. Big old nice. Was that a bong or a dab rig? I think that was a bong.
They're sergeant stripes.
Oh, there you go. Hell yeah. Jason Sav, how do you like the Spider Farmer SF7000? I had mine for about a month. Love it so far. I've had this one. Let's see, we've had
about 3 weeks, maybe a month.
yeah, right at a month.
Right at a month. So
We've had ours about that too.
Yeah.
Because we got ours basically right when they came out. So, but I love it. I love the light spectrum it puts out.
yeah, it covers everything pretty well.
I didn't mount the inverter and everything for the light. I didn't mount that on the back of the light. I mounted it on a 2x6 up on the side next to my water tank up there, and it's perfect. I like the light spread on it.
Yeah.
For
the space you got,
it really fills the room and everything.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get the view of that when we put the cover in here. When we close the curtains up, see if someone can
I'll take some
see the difference or something.
take some pictures, post them on our Instagram and everything. Remember, guys, if you haven't checked out our Instagram, it's _fast__. So go on over to Instagram if you haven't already and check out our pictures, because we do post pictures.
Yeah.
Lots of pictures, some short videos and stuff on our Instagram, stuff that we don't show on YouTube. Let's see. Should be __.
Josh is who we talked to this afternoon, isn't it? Or the other?
Josh Galliner.
Okay. That's let him know that it was just Thank you very much.
Pops, I'm growing Bruce banner now. It's in veg as we speak under the lights. How long should I let it veg before I clone it?
Okay.
Or
How long?
or should I be watching it for stacking? I would clone it before it starts, before flower.
Well, if they're unsexed and he needs to find out the sex, then he's going to have to turn the lights down to find it.
Yeah.
But if he can find a hair on the plant that will tell what it is prior to that, just whenever you cut down, or cut back, you cut back on to 12 hours at the same time. Whenever he decides that, yeah, kind of, let's see, if he's 3 weeks into flower, that'd be a little late for taking clones. But I mean, if he's just vegging, just deciding when he wants to, or how big his plants are, or how big they have to get. Remember what you had learned?
Maybe about a foot.
Yeah, they look really ratty and they're small. So, but still, they do this. So, yeah. Learning to get. Yeah, we do this about 30 days after. I mean, after we transplant them and they're growing.
Ron from Guam says the Agent Orange smooth taste. He still needs to cure it longer, but overall results were great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I really like that chili pepper chocolate stuff he sent.
Oh yeah.
Man, that stuff was awesome. I mean, and we're gonna get a couple sticks and rub them real fast.
There we go. I'm done. I'm done. They're female clones, Pops.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, just if they're already cloned and everything, then when you go ahead and do it next time, just decide when you want to clone for your next cycle, and then go ahead and clone.
I'm only running mine on 50% in a 5x5 veg. A 5x5 tent.
Yeah.
Do you use compost tea?
Well, I haven't in a long time. No,
but
I used to. Yeah, that works out pretty good.
How do you get it ready?
That takes a little bit of work, but once you get it going, the best thing I can tell you is to check online, because there's better explanations for doing that than I can tell you. Really, it's a cooking type thing, but it's a little.
A good mixing barrel would be a 50-gallon drum.
Yeah, if you need that much
to mix everything.
For someone like ourselves or something, we could get away with a little container. It's about this big, and just have everything.
With 12 plants.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, really. I mean, but you sure push it though.
So Bruce Banner is a little over a foot tall.
Okay, good. Yeah, when the time to cut back is when the plants really start to shoot. I mean, to reach. You notice that sometime the lower branches will just look like they've grown an extra inch or something. So about 3 weeks to 30 days is a good time to be cutting back, because all those clones all those branches that you're taking off can be cloned. They're potential clones. So leaving 4 branches per plant gave all of these cuttings would be potential clones for your next cycle. So
yeah, all those branches that
you took off,
that we were taking off.
Yeah.
And normally we like to wait till the plant is tall enough, but the leaves are they're
coming out about the edge of the pots,
coming out over the edge of the pots, and then
which is about 3 weeks to 30 days.
Because with the plants being even at least a foot tall, these are like these already. This one right here is over 3 feet.
Yeah. These weren't any taller than about 12, maybe 14 inches at the top when we cut back. So, yeah.
And so there's a lot of grow time in bloom, in flower. Come on.
You got all your plants in the same size pots. Your plants will change better, closer to a regular time. I mean, for all of them to be doing it. Different size pots. The roots tell them it's time to do certain things. Like if they're flowering or whatever, this one will do things first, where those won't. It'll be days after when these start to really do what this one is, some step in the cycle that it does. So, but this one here, we're going to just leave a couple bottom branches, and we're going to strip everything else off, and we're going to leave the top just one big cola.
Oh, that's
We're
right.
going to see how we're going to do it. Yeah,
That's right. We were going to cut those off.
that's right.
So, real quick.
Yeah. So we're just going to train it to do.
Let's see.
That's right. We're going to leave maybe 4 on the bottom, strip it off until you get up. Yeah, like up above your hands there a bit. So
do that one.
Yep.
And that one, and this one.
Yeah, the other one. There
And
you go.
this one.
Good. Now, how many you got down below? You got 4 branches or 6?
Yep, boom. 2, 3, 4. That'll be fine.
Okay.
And then
And
yeah,
just leave
and,
the one
and then
cola.
the cola.
That's right. So, and you may want to see about taking the water leaves off of the top cola.
Top cola.
We're leaving the 4 or something on the top. So, yeah.
There. There. See.
Yeah, leave those. That's all right.
Okay.
Mhm. If you have to later or something, you can take those 2 leaves off the bottom of the big cola because there's plenty of water leaf down here.
Yeah,
But yeah, just give other ideas about training like that. Just all you're doing is directing the energy from the roots that come up into the plant to where places you'd like them.
These are gonna be. I'm stoked for these. These are gonna be nice spears.
We should try something like that with these tall ones, like what Brother Deer says out in Alaska. We should take 3 or 4 of these things and braid them, and just let them grow, tied together like that.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could. What would it do? It'd be fun.
Look at that. Look at that, guys. That's pretty.
Yeah, look, you see the THC starting to work its way out too. That's good. Things are coming up good.
All right, guys. It is about that time. We're gonna get out of here for the weekend. We have some special surprises for you guys coming up, so stay tuned. Just a little excitement. Try something, right?
And we're doing it in the garden.
Try something. But anyway, we need to go get a lighter because we don't have one.
That's right. We can't rub stick stacks in it either. We've tried that before.
What if we tried hemp sticks? Here, rub the hemp sticks.
Oh, they're green.
Jordan Atkin, what is up? Just in time for the end.
Good evening.
Anyway, guys, we got some other cool videos coming up, so make sure you have that notification bell hit so you don't miss out on any videos.
All right.
And anyway, guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you on the next one.
Later.